What is up, flock? Feenix here, and welcome back to another Farming Simulator 25 Feenix Moments, where we talk about everything that happened last week, everything that happened this week, and show on. Before we get into last week, you guys know we have to start off by thanking some very, very awesome people. And these awesome people are channel members who help support the channel every single month. And one of the perks of being a channel member is you get named shout out at the beginning of every Feenix Moment. So without further ado, let's run down this list of absolutely awesome people. At our ultimate flock tier, we have Bear Claw, Zachary Ludlow, Jackson Modden, and JT Bethards Gaming. At our elite flock tier, we have Firefighter Romney, AJ Fisher, Tech Guy 191, Cas Pajamas, Dylan Marks, Jason Buford, Willer Soul Modern, Southern Diesel Performance, Pierce Custom Game. Oh, back at the elite flock tier, we have Pierce Custom Gaming, and then a new face to the members is Firefighter J. Then in our basic flock tier, we have Zim Harris and Matt Householder. So thank you guys so very much for your continued support. It does mean a lot to me. As always, I love your faces. Firefighter Jay, welcome to the members club, the very awesome people list. I guess you want to call, I don't know what to call it these days. I used to call it Elite Flock because that was the only one I had, but now I have 3 tiers that people use. So anyway, if you have any suggestions on how to improve membership tiers, feel free to let me know, and that goes for anyone on the list. If you would like to join this group of people, go ahead, check out the join button down below. It'll tell you everything you need to know. So let's move on to our comment of the week. I go through all my comments I get each week and I pick one that stands out, and this one comes from MX Jumper. He commented on the John Deere, the 8010 series. He said, thanks for doing this review. Nobody has before. And that's shocking because that has been out for a really long time. It was like one of the first like really good tractors that came out for Farm Sim 25, I believe. Like, it's been out for quite some time. It's crazy that I'm the first one to do it, because that's a really great tractor. Still to this day, like with, you know, as we move through a title, so like as we move through 19, mods got better. As we move through 22, mods got better. As we move through 25, mods are getting better. But this thing is still a solid tractor, and it's like one of the earliest ones. So definitely an awesome tractor. Thank you for your comment. If you want your comment read out here, just make it interesting, make it stand out, and I pick one each week. Sometimes I pick 2, sometimes I pick more. I don't know. Anyway, let's move on to last week. What happened last week? So there was no Feenix moment last week because we had some internet issues. For some reason, I still don't know what happened last Friday night. Anyway, I guess it was my internet connection. I don't know if it was going in and out or not. I do know when our our internet got knocked out by the storm. The box, when it flashes green or whatever, it means it's supposed to be there's an update, and it was flashing green. So I was like, oh, maybe I probably should have restarted my router. I probably should start doing that before I start streaming. Probably like earlier in the Fridays. Just unplug it and then get the server started back up and see if that improves. Because it was fine. It was perfectly fine. Wasn't having any issues. And then like the last 15 minutes of my stream, I had dropped like over 20,000 frames. It went from 0.0% drop frames to, what was it, like a 2-hour stream, to up to, I want to say it was close to 4% by the time I ended it. And that was all in like the last 10-15 minutes. So I don't know what happened there. And as soon as I ended my live stream, like the server locked up. And usually when it's my internet, if it's my internet's slow, like we get some lag and everything, but it just froze. Like it wouldn't let us do anything, and it didn't boot us out. It was really, really weird. So I'm gonna guess it was my internet. I was having internet issues. And, that was the cause of last Friday night stream. I don't know how this past Friday went, because I haven't streamed yet. I'm actually recording this on Friday during the day because we have plans on Saturday. So I wanted to make sure I got this recorded and possibly edit it and render it before Sunday to go make sure it went up on live, since it did miss last week's. So much happened last week. So it wasn't just the internet issues at the end of the previous week, but last week was it was chaotic. There was so much going on. Just like, I don't even know how to put it, man. It was 0 to 100. we had a very down weekend, other than the storms, and then just went absolutely nuts. We had to re-sign our lease. We had to I had to go and police report. Like, it was chaotic, and I guess we've been having problems with our neighbors, and we had talked to our office manager about it, and she requested that I start writing complaints out because she can't get rid of them. And when I say problems, I mean the guy deals drugs, the guy abusive, like very abusive, to the point where the cops have been called on twice because of it. Like, it's bad, real bad, and it's bad enough that we have to sit there and listen to it because we hear him through the walls. Like, I think they think that once the door closes, it just kind of shuts them off from the outside, so they can do whatever they want. But it's just like, we can hear you, like we can hear you, sort of deal, and. So yeah, it's bad enough we have to listen to it, but it like starts spilling outside to the point where like she they got in an argument and she just ran over his motorcycle. And don't get me wrong, like, we used to think he was the big baddie, but I think it's just they're both just they're toxic together, I guess. I don't know how to put it, but yeah, like, she ran over his bike with the car, or well, she didn't run it over. She hit it, knocked it over with the car, and then she like hit it. She was like hitting it with a hammer. He keyed their own car, but he's always like throwing stuff at it. And our car is, of course, since we're neighbors, is parked right next to theirs. And like, that was my main concern. I was like, I don't like, if they want to beat on their own crap, that's all by them. But when you start chunking stuff, especially when you're high or drunk, your coordination's not the greatest. So I don't want him to chunk a rock at their window and end up through our back window. You know what I'm saying? This is what I explained to our office manager, and yeah, it got really bad to the point where I guess now that something in his tirade, he said something about them being thrown out. I don't know if that's true. I don't have that information. I just know that something happened, and he lost his cool, and he's outside my door yelling and acting a fool, and he's threatened to harm me and all that. So I told the office manager, I was like, look, this has got to stop. It's been a year now. I think it started ramping up in April, and I've talked about this previously, but I've been kind of quiet about it. But we've been dealing with the nonsense since April, like the real nonsense, like just screaming in the middle of the night. Like, they slam the doors and then you hear them screaming, and it's woken myself up, it's woken my wife up, it's woken our daughter up, to the point where we're up until like 2 a.m. because they're just screaming on the other side of the wall, and can't sleep through that. So I took the threats he was making over to the office, and she's like, you need to go to the police. So I went to the police, and I showed them the clips, and they're very aware of him. They know the type of person he is and what he's done. So they're like, that's enough for threatening and harassment. Just send us whatever you have. So I sent him all the clips of everything going on. So now he's got a warrant for his arrest, and I really hope that his comment about them being thrown out is true, because this is what we've lived with for literally, like I said, it is November, since April. So you're about 8 months now of just nonstop and it's when I say nonstop, it's nonstop. It is nonstop. The only time it stopped is when the cops arrested him for abuse. According to the officer I spoke to, he was arrested for abuse. Of course, when it comes to that, she's gonna say, "Oh, nothing happened," and he got back out. That month that he was gone, it was so quiet. It was so quiet. So it's just that's what we've been dealing with. So I had to deal with that. I've been talking to the police officer 2 or 3 days this week, and I had to go help my dad take care of some stuff over at his house before he goes in for surgery. I think it's next week. I don't know. I think it's next. Yeah, I think it's next week. So that, and then it's birthdays and Thanksgiving, and then we're right into Christmas. So it's just a chaotic time, and this stuff isn't helping out whatsoever. None. Yeah, that was last week. So I'm shocked that I did get everything up except for my my Feenix moment, but I think it's excusable at this point. And that's why videos have been chaotic, because I can't really record when they're screaming and slamming and all that. So I have to pick and choose when I can to provide the less background interruptions, I guess. Anyway, let's move on to this week and what to expect this week. So, Feenix moment should be up on Sunday. Well, it should be up for the members before Sunday and scheduled to go live for subscribers on Sunday. My wife has planned on Saturday, so I'm hoping to get this done either before we leave on Saturday or before I start streaming on Friday. That's the goal. That's the goal, but it never life doesn't go to plan. So Monday, though, that's already uploaded. I just gotta fill all the information and schedule it to go live. That's gonna be a mod spotlight on Ford F-250. Tuesday's already up. That's gonna be Tuesday is. Oh wait, did I say Monday is going to be? No, that's today. Okay, yeah. So Tuesday will be RV There Yet, episode 3. Then Wednesday will be another mod spotlight. That's already rendered and record and rendered. I just gotta upload it. The only one I don't have for next week's Friday, so I'm gonna try to get that taken care of today too, if possible. Probably won't be because I got about an hour before I got stuff to do. And then Thursday will be more Water Park Simulator, episode 6. And then Friday, so Wednesday's alright. Friday will be the what I have to figure out. I actually have it written down. I have one to do. I didn't get it done last week. So then mod spotlight will be taken care of next week, and I can just record the following weeks. I need to stay on that trajectory. I've just butchered that, I know. As far as live streams go, I will be here on Friday for some Farming Friday. That's a given. I was supposed to be around on Saturday, but things changed, so I probably won't be here Saturday night. So Farming Friday for sure. JT will probably stream Saturday. He's been streaming Saturday nights, so he'll probably stream something then. If I'm around, if I'm available, I'll hop in. I won't be around probably the next 2 Saturdays, but we'll see about after that. JT also does stream on Sunday mornings, usually between late morning, early afternoon, depending on where you're at. So you can check his channel out, linked in the description. And PJs is also linked down in the description. He hasn't been live streaming, but you never know, he might. Who knows at this point. But I will be here for sure on Friday doing some farming. Actually, not some farming. But anyway, that's going to do it for me. If you guys did like the video, do me a huge favor, leave a like down below. It does help me out so very, very much, and I do appreciate it so very, very much. If you guys do want to see future Farming Simulator 25 Phoenix moments, be sure to click that subscribe button. If you guys want me to notify whenever I do a live or upload a video, click that notification bell. As always, guys, thank you so very, very much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.